I'm excited. This is a deck that is a deck. Uh, I don't know. Like, so Sorin Imperious Bloodlord is a really, really powerful card. This is a card I think has had, like, big modern potential for a long time. And I think that we are still a few vampires away, specifically, like, really good one-mana vampires, away from having a nice vampire modern deck. Sorin is very, very good, though. Sorin is a 3-mana planeswalker, comes out with 4 loyalty, 2 very good +1s, put a counter on a vampire, give it lifelink, or sack a vampire to lightning helix. And then -3 is also very good. Not so much in this deck, but just in general, being able to put a vampire into play is pretty nice. I'm not playing the Maverin Gulta because that combo is just so dopey, I think. Yeah, we have 5-0'd with Sorin before. We 5-0'd with Edgar Charmed Groove. Didn't quite make this build. This build is like kind of very low to the ground. 2-drop Aether Vial build. And we do have, I think, one more new good vampire. We are on our way. We have Mark of Baron, which the text needs to be moved over on Magic Online. But this is a 3-mana Convoke 2/2 lifelink Lord that also has Madness. And you can Convoke for the Madness, I'm like 99% sure. No Blood Nurse's Bombardment. I mean, I just think that's a different deck compared to like the Merfolk style, beat down planned with like Mutavaults and like Cordial Vampire, Stormcrypt Condemned as your lords, if that makes sense, and then this as your lord. I think it's a different style deck. I don't think it plays very well with this card specifically, which is the new card we're trying to play right. 4 Chalice in the main, Cascade so prevalent. I mean, Chalice is pretty good in Modern right now. It's also like this is a deck that wants to Chalice on 1, and you have Cavernous Souls to get your 1-drops through. The main reason we're playing Chalice of the Void in the main is so we can win some games against non-interactive decks. I think this deck is going to do pretty good against, some of the interactive strategies, and I think against decks like the Cascade and Hammer, like you really need these Chalice on 1s. Okay, let's go. Isn't there a free sacrifice up? I like this hand a lot, though. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I consider Silver Smoke Ghoul. It is very good with Sorin. Decided against it. Don't know if I'm supposed to lead on Epicure or Neonate. Let's lead on the Epicure. Could be best lead on the Neonate so that if opponent has Written 6, I can sack the Neonate and put a counter on this. The problem, though, is that I don't currently have a card I want to discard really to the Neonate. But the 1-mana Madness Lord, I think that card is also kind of weak. I looked at every single modern legal vampire. I took me like a few hours to look through everything. It is definitely possible that I've missed something, right? That's probably should go without saying, but I at least put in the legwork, and we're here, and we'll see how it goes. This is the first league, first match, and I don't know where we're up against. Maybe Creativity. Yeah, I don't want to play Gulta. Gulta, I just think this combo is not very good. Interesting choice. I don't really want to discard any of my cards, so I guess I'm going to let this go. Maybe I'll discard the Cordial Vampire. Okay. Not sure. Cordial Vampire is like way worse without the Neonate in play is kind of my thinking here. Why not Convoke your Lord last turn? I don't believe that I could have, because if I'm sacking the Neonate to discard the Madness, I'm 1 mana short. Right? Here I think I'm going to go Sorin -3. Hit my opponent for 2, kill the Wrenn. You can just convoke it. I had 3 red creatures. This is a black spell, so I could not have convoked it, right? I think you're saying cast 1-drop and then convoke the Lord. Okay, sure. That could have been better. But I also don't mind my line and just like playing the Lord after I play my little guys, which is typically like how you sequence things. Put my opponent down to 3. Problem with like minusing Sorin, of course, is they can only Creativity on 1. So let's say I just cast this. I guess cast this. Put them to 3. They fetch down to 2. Creativity on 1. I sack here. They're dead on board. I lose my Sorin to the discard. So I think the fact that like they're dead if they're Creativity and then they're dead to like my Sorin cast next turn just means I just cast my 3-mana Lord and attack them, I think. Minus Sorin gives you a sack for Archon. Yeah, the thing is I just don't need a sack for Archon. Like, I'm winning if they're putting an Archon of Cruelty into play next turn, I think. So I just don't need to play around it like that. I should just hold the Sorin to Helix the next turn and put them dead if they have creativity and dead if they don't. Undefeated with vampires, y'all. Literally undefeated with vampires. Play 1 Fury, play 1 Leyline. Play 1 Leyline. Don't you go Sword into Lord so you don't lose it to discard? Well, we just talked about this. So if my opponent creativities and I discard, the game is over anyways. I don't care about losing the Sword into the discard because they lose on board. And so I want to be in a spot where if my opponent somehow can stabilize in a different way besides creativity, I can just Helix him with the Sorin instead of losing the Sorin to the Renin 6- pretty easily. But I don't know that there was a real way to lose that game, to be honest. Maybe there was. I'm getting a non-Archon vibe from them. Seems like they're on prime time or some other nonsense. Maybe. How good are your vibes usually? I'm gonna keep. Triple vial. Like, we have like one too many vials, but whatever. But it's an Emerald to 6. 1 Magus to turn off mine. I will never bring in Magus to the Moon against creativity, even if my deck is as bad as vampires. They are a lightning bolt deck. Don't bring in Magus against lightning bolt decks. Trade and sack a blood token and cast the Madness Vampire. If I sacked the token to cast the Madness Vampire, then I couldn't have attacked with all my creatures because I would have had to tap at least one of them to Convoke. Yeah, this card went in 6, which is turned off by my 1 of Leyline. Baby, I am a 1 of Ley. How good is Neonate? Probably best 1-drop, but do you want to be sacrificing it? Oh, the 4th vial. Yeah, Neonate triggers this card, Cordial Vampire, and it can also like trigger my use it as a madness outlet. I think it's fine. But again, you know, we're missing a few vampires for Modern, you know what I mean? We're missing a few. That is not quite where you might want it to be. Kind of awkward, my quadruple vial draw. Thoughts on Evelyn or another top-end threat paired with Sword of late game card advantage? None of them are good, is my opinion. Like, I think none of the vampires to put into play with Sorin seem like they win the game in such a way that you want to like reduce your like Merfolk style beatdown plan. Like, I don't know if chat disagrees and like, but like I think Galta is currently the best, and it sucks. It's like really bad, so. I'm not that into it, you know.
Dino's with you. It's raining outside.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't think this build isn't. Again, this version, I think, especially like I'm trying to build around Markov Baron. I want to be like a Merfolk style, like play creatures and play lords kind of deck, which is fun. No 2-mana Black White Lord. No, that card's too weak. I think this card's a bit better. It's a discard outlet for your Markov Baron. You get to do it in combat. Although maybe that card is actually better than the Condemned, but I do feel like being able to play this at instant speed is kind of cool. Although, and this also like Lords itself, which is something. Champion of Dusk is kind of a reasonable creature on its own. I think sure, but in the modern format, it's like a little underpowered, and it's like. But again, also like you can build vampires with the plan to put big things into play with Sorin. You can do that. It's something you can do, but it's not something you should be doing with this new card, Markov Baron. Markov Baron incentivizes you to be a low to the ground, put creatures into play and lord them strategy. You know what I mean? It ain't that kind of deck. Maybe thoughts he's better than Sorin as Merfolk. I mean, Sorin is really, really good. Sorin is really, really good, I think, even without a big thing to put into play, But yeah, I don't know. Let's just play the deck, y'all. I spent hours and hours just trying to hammer this out. I think it looks pretty good for what it is. You know, this is my gift to you. Pretty good for what it is. We're undefeated with it too. What cards didn't make the cut that I liked? None, really. It barely got a deck. That's why Chalice is in. Silver Smooth Gold maybe with Sorin, but like that is the only card it's good with. But I don't hate that synergy. You don't like the 1/2 Eben guy? Nope. That card really is almost like always just a 1 mana 1 mana okay. They did not have the vibe check. Let's see if we find Orvar. Come on. Yes. Fuck yes. Okay. Maybe sack this. Although maybe I'm supposed to keep this so I could draw another blood token and then kill. Yeah, kill one of these and make them sack their Archon. Yeah, their vibe spike is that of someone who does not play Archon. Imagine me if I had drawn a second Archon. I'm gonna take it. I have more Orvars to draw. Not my best top deck ever. Yeah, Orvar is a vampire in the hand, but not in play. I want to play this so I can bring back the Bloodghast end of turn. They've got 2 cards in their hand. Cast it, no sack. Cast it to no sack. There's a good Violet in. I see. Yeah. Yeah, Bloodghast was a pretty good draw. For sure. They got 2 cards in their hand. They discarded a creativity, so could have a third. We're chilling. Any removal would be better? Well, I don't have removal. Tank creativity. I guess, come on, how does this take this? Alright. Game 3. Guess it made sense, huh? That's okay, They had to figure out what to target. Bring back the Bloodghast. I'm just dead to the triggers. Yeah, no longer undefeated vampires. We'll maybe win the match. That Orvar draw off the blood token is pretty cool. Alright, on the play. No keep. Oh, we also have Verdarian Estate, which I've always been very excited to cast. I think I have to put back the Mutavault. Could put back second Cordial Vampire. I think I'd rather put back the Mutavault. Sorry for all the buzzing. So if they go Rin minus, we sack the Neonate, kill the Rin. If they go Rin plus, I guess we go Condemn, discard Bloodghast. Yeah, this card's pretty good. I'm only playing 2 because I want to be able to like cast Magus from the side more often, and like Sorin, but considering it. Okay. Fine. Could Liliana be good? Not in this deck. MK, 25 months, thank you. Okay, they take the, this one? Is there a card from Aftermath? Yeah, the Convoke Madness Lord. A card that I think is pretty cool. So they're gonna play this. They're gonna respond and kill my Cordial Vampire with a Lightning Bolt. Okay, so then I just let this counter go on, and then we're just attacking. Yeah, Stormbolt could be crazy if you could just discard all you wanted. Probably wouldn't be too good. Just cast this, see if they have any response. Guess we'll just take our 3/3 Insolent Neonate. Player of Eldarian Estate, plan on discarding the Bloodghast to the blood token. If they creativity had 1, I guess we technically have 2 looks at an Orvar. them not immediately creativity does not mean they don't have it, because they've shown a willingness to wait and think about it. Couldn't you select the Neonate to save Cordial? No, this just puts one counter on it, and still have died to damage. Well, Orvar? Orvar? Defeated with Vampire, Sag. That's okay, these like tribal decks always struggle so much against like creativity that goes triple interaction into creativity. When he heated, again, it's a 1/1 that goes to a 2/2, right? What am I missing? Tavern, but I think I'm gonna keep. Am I gonna do a video for Aftermath? Maybe. It kind of snuck up on me a little bit. And today is also very busy for me, and tomorrow's also very busy for me, so maybe not. I don't know. It's just like I could do a really short one, but it would have have to be really short. I'll think about it. I'll try to find the time. So like after today's show, doctor's appointment and D&D. So we have Magus in the sideboard for Tron. They're also playing Inscribed Tablet, which means they're not guaranteed to have a good hand here. Yeah, they're Eldrazi Tron even. Although they have the best card possible here, of course. I'll play our Cordial Vampire. Should I play Chalice on 0? No. Gonna have to do my feelings on Obnix. I mean, my feelings are I'm just curious why anybody thinks that card is playable at all. I'm just curious. They have another Eldrazi Temple. Do they have a Thought-Knot Seer? They have a Ballista on 1. Will they kill my Cordial Vampire? Not right now. Alright. Or another creature dies? This card is so much better than I thought! I totally thought it worked the same way my opponent thought it worked. Holy shit, that's so much better. Yeah, that's a Modern Horizons 2 card if I ever saw one. Okay, this deck's a little bit better than I thought. Yeah, you get to select the Neonate for more counters. Oh, they're gonna Thought-Knot Seer my other Cordial Vampire. So this costs me 1 mana to make a blood token. That's actually pretty good. If I draw 1 mana Vampire, I guess it's I just file it in to cost 0. Okay, I think I go cast Harvester, play a state, 0 mana blood token, or suppose I can just sack. This does cost 0, right? Yeah, it does cost 0. Might as well. And I guess I can kill this with the Thought-Knot Seer next, or kill the Thought-Knot Seer with this next turn. If I drew a land, I could maybe attack with the Bloodghast. Although I guess attack with the Bloodghast anyways is fine, just to get a counter on everything. Yeah, I should have attacked. Just not reading the cards. I mean, I read them. I just misread them. Also, funny enough, if I had Childstone 1, I would have stopped 2 cards here. Okay, I'm actually getting more hyped for the Vampire deck. Okay, so make a blood token for 0. Kill this. Counter on everything. And then I more counters. Oh boy. Holy shit. So I can vial this in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. More counters. Let's freaking go. Holy shit. I did not realize this triggered on, like, opponent's creatures dying. May have to build the deck differently. We're undefeated in game 1s, though. Easy cyber plan. Of course, the deck's gonna look a little bit better when your opponent punts, like, super duper hard. It's like 2 mana, time walk yourself, give your opponent 2 counters on the team. But to be fair, I also thought it worked that way. Does Bombardment have a place in this deck now? Maybe we'll do some tooling. Yeah, so I think we go discard Bloodghast. I was gonna just convoke out Markov Baron, but I guess now I'm actually going to play my Blood Tithe Harvester. Yeah, I mean, you don't put Changing Outcast in your modern decks. You gotta do a little bit better than that. This is the Aftermath part. Markov Baron is the Aftermath card. And they are also the 4 cards missing from the Stream Decker. And the card... Oh, they took Magus instead. Never, obviously, took Magus instead. Yeah, let's split up in the Bloodghast. And then convoke. Not so bad. Yeah, you can use Convoke when you madness it too. Something like Gatekeeper of Balakir could be okay like creature decks like this. That card's just not very good. It will be okay though. Like you have Blood Tithe Harvester and you have Sorin, so you do have some removal. Three Epicer, I love to see that. Don't think I want to sack the Harvester, so I'm just gonna Blood Token. Right click to see which one is newly controlled. I'm gonna attack with my non-lords. You have to the card. There's a couple other Aftermath cards I'm gonna play around with a little bit, but yeah, I thought about playing Hexmage. I decided that there wasn't really a battle I wanted to play.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
When are you getting in the Vampire Discord? When they turn me into a freaking vampire. Please, somebody. There's got to be some vampires in the chat who are willing to turn me. Yeah, not yet, Guillermo. I'm so excited for the new season. I don't know when it comes out, but... Alright, good luck. Let's go. Okay, honestly not going so bad. Bio combo. Puts on a mold of 6. Likely gonna get hit by a Ragavan and they can maybe cast a Vampire. Vampire. I think Chelson 0 for Bobble's fine. Could hold it for Chelson too. Ha! Cast that one. They might actually for a Connive. Okay, well we got the Chelsea card and the Bobble at least. Let's discuss the Harvester, I think. Did I consider Gatekeeper of Malakir in my mid-tier vampire spots? I considered it. It's like really good against Murktide and like bad against like every single other deck in Modern. So there's that. It also doesn't really work with Vial. If you could Vial it in and then pay black and make them edict something, I'd be like kind of down. At the moment, not feeling super down. Remember to animate my Mutavault so I get the counters. Yeah, I looked at every single Modern Legal. Indulgent Aristocrat I just think is the 2 mana just so much, but I don't know. I could have missed something, but for all of these like what about cards, I have looked at every single legal one. Yeah, the one card I wanted to play that I couldn't was the It's the madness, black, 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 sacrifice 3 creatures, transform it. I just don't think we're that good at sacrificing 3 creatures. I don't think we're that good at making black, black, black with the Mutavaults, but that was on the list. Guess I... Okay, that's fine. That's actually a really insane draw, because next turn I get to go Neonate, Animate Mutavault sack, counter and everything. Voldaren Pariah, that card. And we have the Cavern to get the Neonate through the Chalice, which is nice. Yeah, the set is already... Yeah, what's it called? Aftermath is out. Yeah, there's a Chalice one, but I have Cavern to make my Neonate uncounterable, so my Chalice one does not counter my Neonate. Which you would have thought I thought I might have said that. Who knows? Why are they keeping Delirium? I guess they must have another Murktide. Or no, yeah, another Murktide. I actually get to attack with this Mutavault too, which is so sick. Okay. GF 2 months. This is like 2 cards away from kind of. I agree. We're like 2 cards away. I looked really, really hard, y'all. I literally spent hours last night working on this, like I always do. But we're close. We are close. I did my best. Cool. So I do think that Murktide Regent is like the most important, hardest card to beat. So I am kind of down to try to beat them with ley lines. I feel like I'm just like -1 sword, -3 Stormkirk. Yeah, I think Hexmage is good. Hexmage is also kind of cute against Murktide. The problem is like you probably just don't want to play the card without battles. The card I feel like I was playing Stormkirk. Yeah, Stormkirk is the worst one. I do like being able to play this at instant speed. I like that it lords itself. It's a discard outlet for Bloodghast, but I agree it's the worst. It's the worst card in the deck. So there could be something else to play. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Could Call the Bloodline be better? I mean, I did consider that card. I also it's not one I like very much, unfortunately. So maybe. Is a Knight of Ebon Legion better one? I think Knight of Ebon Legion is terrible. You're not the first person to suggest it, but it's like we are like Knight is kind of cool if you can like fetch shock, Thoughtseize, and like deal yourself damage and put a counter on it. It's just kind of win more, and like you're like almost never wanting to activate the ability. It doesn't trigger on your opponent's turn. I think it's not good, but could be good. I guess that I actually am just going to... Oh, sorry. I thought I was going to go Neonate Markov Baron. Instead, I think I'm going to Blood Tithe Harvester. I should have attacked. But I don't want to play the Chalice one into the counterspell. Okay. Do not... Gifted Aetherborn is like nauseatingly bad. There's no chance, I'm sorry. I am a big-time Gifted Aetherborn hater. Okay, so let's go... See if they want to counter this. They probably don't. Maybe we should be playing Cordial Vampire first. Hard to say. Yeah, Voldaren Estate's really good. I was really impressed with the last game. I'm playing 2 right now. Could be correct to try to get up to 4. I'm just worried about not being able to cast Sorin as consistently with like 4 Mutavault for Cavern for this card. Okay, don't mind casting the Vial, I guess. Falconwrath Gorger. Yeah, I don't like that card very much, but you could play it. Maybe I could have attacked first here. Probably should have attacked first. Yeah, again, not a card I love, but a card you can play. Okay, so now I can resolve my Chalice. The 3-drop that steals things. I consider that one, yeah. But again, I looked multiple times through every single modern legal vampire. This is what I came up with. Maybe there is a better build, but this is what we have for today. Okay, so we can't quite Markov Baron right now because we don't have any black creatures to convoke, but I'm going to get this Chalice on 1 down. And then next turn we get to go kind of crazy. The deck has 56 cards. It doesn't. This is just not in the database, Markov Baron. So the Murktide is a 5/5, which means I can Blood Tithe Harvester it in 2 turns. Huh. Although, not if they kill my blood tokens. I was not expecting Chalice and 0 to be so relevant here. Also kills my, it also kills my Chalice. That's not so good. So I think I'm gonna Madness the Markov Baron on their turn. They can't counterspell because they're going to be using their mana for explosives, presumably. And if they don't, I get to Blood Tithe Harvester their thing. So I'm going to go Violent Harvester on their turn. Maybe I should have done that already. No, because I don't want the blood token to get got. Oh my gosh, this is insane. So I'm gonna do this now, I think. I don't really know what can go wrong, but let's not find out. Maybe just waiting to like let them attack is better. I don't know. I also get to like Blood Tithe Harvester the Murktide, so I don't know. Yeah, you can convoke the Madness. Can you Violate supposed to E-pop? You can. I don't know why you would, because you can't immediately Blood Tithe Harvester or anything. Okay, leave this on 2. Wow. They gotta be dead, right? It's like... Okay, I'm pleasantly surprised so far. Like, we lost, like, you know, to creativity. Win game 1, Orvar game 2 lost, and have Orvar game 3. It's kind of sick. Kind of sick. Yeah, Blood Tithe Harvester is really, really, really good in the deck. Yeah, Vampires confirmed broken. Yeah, I don't know. This is a strong start though. Strong start. Casting spells like Thoughtseize. Yeah, I agree that this is the worst card. I'm open to replacing this. There's just like there actually is a Vampire Thales Lieutenant, but your opponent has to have already taken a damage, which is just why couldn't it just be a Vampire Thales Lieutenant? Why the Chalice? You just like Merfolk has Force of Negation and Subtlety. You don't have those kind of cards in this deck. Or like you wouldn't want to play Grief. You need to have some like interaction for matchups like Hammer Time and like Cascade, and then like in some of the matchups like you know you have Magus and you have Orvar and you have Leyline for some of these matchups, but you can't just be like so cold to these decks and do your dopey tribal thing. Oh, put that. Maybe make sure that they didn't keep a 0 lander, because they're playing Kihira, so they're not playing Reanimator. Okay, so because sometimes like you would keep a Reanimator mulligan and like discard Archon to hand size. So I tend to like to pass back when I don't have to go to discard, and when I do go to discard, it's fine. I just play the Vial. When I do have to go to discard, I don't pass back. I like a Silent Blizzard. That card's not playable, I think, but it's then that card is so bad. What are we talking about? This is at the very least like punches damage through discard outlet. So up against blue-white control, Chalice is not going to be very good. Probably just discard this to a blood token down the line. Is Vial worth? Yes, 100%. This is definitely a Vile deck. And like Vile is especially important because there's just not another good 1-mana vampire, so you get to have 12 1-drops. Then you have like you're so condensed at 2-drop, you just get to leave it at 2 forever. Yeah, Dusk Legion Duelist is really cool with Sorin, but it's good with Sorin, and it's good with the 2-mana Lord that puts a counter. If you had one more way to put a counter on it, I could be convinced, but currently unconvinced. Probably getting countered. Yeah. It's okay. I know in chat is just going to name every single legal vampire, which is something I may have brought upon myself, but we'll figure it out, y'all. Is Bloodgust too cute? We have 4 Bloodgusts in the deck. Bloodgust is one of the good ones, for sure. Oh, Dusk Legion Zealot's the one that draws a card, loses a life. Yeah, that card could be better than this one, maybe. Probably not. Luminarch Aspirant? I mean, it's not a vampire. It has to be a vampire. I know we're not jumping through the hoops to make the new card work. Oh, they're elementals, not straight control. Yeah, Mariner's okay. Mariner's like not super castable though. You'd have to lose Sorin and play all tribal lands to play Mariner. And Sorin's pretty good. Make a blood token here if I want. I kind of think I'm just supposed to animate Mutavault, send all, discard the swamp. Also one for Ephemerate. I mean, I think it's just better to loot it away. Although it is true against like, yeah, if they have Ephemerate, I'll just concede. This matchup's got to be a nightmare. What are we even playing over the Chalices post board? The Maguses, I guess. Could play Fury. They don't have the Ephemerate, thankfully. Now do I... Yeah, let's pump. Yeah, the 2-mana Vampire Lord's actually kind of funny against the Evoke, right? Yeah, this is the Nightmare matchup, though. I think. One of the mini Nightmare matchups, maybe. Alright, let's go to game 2. Maybe I can take a draw step. Oh, that's probably a pretty good draw step, actually. Whatever. hard to feel too invested in that game. Let's play the Maguses. I think we probably just have to cheese with these, although they're not going to be very good. Okay, so I did look at every single modern legal vampire. I don't remember the names of all of them, so if you're going to suggest cards like Voldaren Bloodcaster, please type ! Card, Voldaren Bloodcaster, and then I can like refresh. Yeah, but yeah, that one's not good. I did look at that one. Yeah, Brand's not very good either. So I think we got a good build, y'all. I think we got I agree Stormcrook is not very good. I think it's better than like every other card I've seen in the chat so far. I spent 29 months, thank you. London, 6 months? Yeah, I'm not yeah, you could play Galta instead. You could play Galta instead and have that combo. I'm personally not very high on that combo. Callous Blood Mage, huh? I don't hate it. What is it? Callous Blood Mage is draw a card, lose a life, make a pest, exile a graveyard. That could be good. Rather than discuss cards, is there a reason you stay 2 colors? It seems like playing a lot of colors is a very difficult tribal decks in Vile. It is with like Mutavault specifically. Or at the very least, like the only card that I would really want to splash for is like Unsettled Mariner, and Unsettled Mariner is way too hard on the splash currently. And then you have to be able to cast Sorins, which also makes it harder if you're on all tribal lands. Effigy Swamp turn 1 was a bit of a punt. I'm literally just deck thinning. Why is it a punt? Because I'm telegraphing Blood Moon? Punt at least feels like a strong word for the line. Yeah, I feel like Redditor against the Fury decks at the moment. I'll play it. Nocturnal Scavenger, not playable, either of them. It's okay. I'm gonna now actually decline or unextend the invitation to talk about every modern legal vampire. I think we've gone through enough of them to to feel like we've talked this to death. Every modern legal vampire. Okay, let's try a 3/2. The legendary 2/2 blood. What's on name? Mold to 6. If our best card, Cordial Vampire. This card's really good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Falcon Wrath Aristocrat is a vampire. Falcon Wrath Aristocrat is also a 4-mana spell in our 20-lane deck. Oh no, my opponent's deck is good. Although Cordial Vampire is actually kind of funny against Scales. Leylines. We have a lot of sideboard options. None of them are crazy good though. What about Unearth gets every vampire deck? I don't like Unearth in a deck with like almost no 3-drops usually. Claim Fame. Then yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't play it. You can, you know. We can move on from the Spike defends the deck side of thing and let's just enjoy the vampires while we have them, yo. I know this is usually the Spike has to defend every card decision section of the stream. We could just kind of skip it a little bit. Opponent may Ballista punt again. We'll see. Okay, this is Hangerback Walker. And the Ozlith. Ooh. It's pretty close. I think I'm not gonna take it. Does not seem like they necessarily know how Cordial Vampire works, though. I think they're pretty likely to do a block here. Yeah, I'm familiar with Indulgent Aristocrat. I think that card is really weak, but I could be wrong. Like if the activated ability was even just 1 mana, I consider it more seriously, but the 2-mana activated ability is like really difficult for me to get behind. I think I just cast in a Vial for 2 damage. Seems fine. I cannot believe they're getting Springleaf Drum? Maybe I can. I guess they need green mana, right? Yeah, they kind of implied they messed up, right? Okay. I don't Nocturnus. That card's too much mana. It's 4 mana. it can't, and it's also not very good, but besides not being very good and too much mana, it's also, I don't know, besides those, it's fine. Okay, so we get a vampire. So now they know how Cordial Vampire works. We'll see how this affects everything. Well, I'm sending. Creatures are pretty big. So they can get a second Zabaz. I don't think we're dead for sure. We might be dead. There's a lot of things they can have to kill me for sure. Akura, 22 months, thank you. We do get more counters on everything. To put 11 counters on the Yeah, no, we're dead. We'll just make sure that they can find the line. We're also never beating the millions of Thopters. This matchup is very bad. I think I'm going to bring in the Ley Lines and the Furies, cutting the Chalices. Not that the Chalices are completely awful. Do this. My red card count is 16, it's fine. Okay. They consider Silent Visitor too? I did not consider a Silent Visitor at all. The card is completely unplayable. But I don't know, okay. Let's just, you know. Let's just play the deck, yeah. Let's enjoy the deck. Let's just play. Yeah, this is kind of like templated poorly. Seems bad. I agree that this card seems pretty bad. I think every single other option seems pretty bad. This one is at least discard outlet for our Madness, Bloodghast, and Lord, right? We can move on. Or maybe we could never move on. Oh, we have sideboard cards. I know, I just have a hard time not answering the questions, which is why I try and encourage chat to move on. Can't help myself. The Vampire Discord may be here. Patchwork is pretty good here, especially against my Fury. That's what we draw. Hopefully just draw a 2-mana Vampire. I can put a counter on it with Sorin. Draw nothing. It's maybe a weird hardcast Fury kind of game, though. I'm just gonna not play my Sorin for now. Huh. So, I mean, if we hardcast the Fury, we can't kill the Patchwork because of the ward, which stinks. We're too good. Can get a 3/3 double striker in play, also probably not good enough. I kind of want to take the Vial up to 5. It's like we have enough mana to cast our vampires. I feel like a way we win this game is, weirdly enough, flashing in this Fury as a big surprise. Although maybe it's not even going to be that big a surprise. Tony, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you. Let me put a counter here. Pass back. Oh, I thought this lasted until the end of your next turn. That is a little bit worse, huh? Huh. Trophy with Rakdos, Welder, Citadel Storm. That's awesome. I swore off those decks for the forever, but it's exciting though. I swore off the Citadel decks. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. We're probably gonna lose. This matchup is rough. We're vampires. We're gonna have a lot of rough matchups. One second. Hold on. Try to Shadow Pioneer. Maybe, yeah. And how far... I mean, you don't have Cordial Vampire, which is really, really good, but... You don't have Aether Vial. You do have, like, every single other card. You don't have Bloodghast. Maybe not. Okay, ignoring the Sorin. We're super dead. It's okay. Scales is a great deck. Very hard. Very, very good against tribal decks, especially. I think I'm just gonna be okay being dead. And then let me think if I want to do another league. We're like 4.5 hours into the stream. Deck is definitely fun and interesting. It could be just good to like have this thrown out there, ride the high of the 2/3, and then like as soon as we can either find a better vampire than Stormkirk or one gets printed, I think the deck gets a little bit more real. Yeah, I think I'm just going to call it for today. Also, tomorrow's stream is going to be weird if there is one. Me and us are doing a little mini, like 3 hour there and 3 hour back road.